Hello friends, today we are going to continue chapter number 3, Movements Towards a New World, lecture number 15. Friends, up to now in this chapter, we have discussed a lot of things about how the world was moved towards the Second World War. We discussed about the important situations that brought the Second World War very near. When we started this chapter, in the previous chapter we discussed about the events and the effects of this First World War. During the effects, we discussed that the end of the First World War itself was the reason for the Second World War. We discussed how the Treaty of Versailles played an important role in bringing this Second World War here. Friends, we started this chapter by discussing about the fascism in Italy. We discussed how Italy was ignored after the First World War and how after the Italy was ignored in the First World War, though giving a contribution of expenditure of more than $12 billion and sacrificed more than 6 lakh soldiers in the First World War, it was ignored by Britain and France. Friends, we discussed this was not liked by the people of Italy, and Benito Mussolini during that time established the Fascist Party. Here the word fascism means the total control of the state on everything. We discussed that Benito Mussolini, he made the bundle of stick and axe as a symbol of his party, which was in fact the symbol of the power of Roman Empire. Friends, we also discussed that he adopted the policy of one party, one ruler. Under that, he started giving military training to his volunteers and started capturing the different parts of the small nations and started his policy of expansion in different parts. He also broke the tie with the League of the Nations and joined the Rome-Berlin-Tokyo axis. Friends, we discussed that about the Nazism in Germany, in which as the Germany was made responsible for the First World War and was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles, Germans did not like this. And in the year 1919, when Adolf Hitler joined the German Socialist Workers' Party, which was known as the Nazis Party, after that, once the German president Hindenburg died and Adolf Hitler assumed the post, after that, he started his dictatorial rule over here. On the name of unification of German race, he killed several European Jews, Gypsies and mentally challenged people, which was known as the Holocaust in the world history. Friends, we discussed about the same thing about the militarism in Japan, in which we discussed that Japan was also ignored like Italy after the First World War. Japan was on the side of the Allied nations and was on the victorious side and was supposed to get the territories of his own choice. But Japan was given the provinces of China, while on the other side, Britain and France, they took the territories of their own choice of Germany. This was not liked by Japan, by the people of Japan. During that time, elections took place and the party supporting the military came into power and they started the policy of expansion and colonialism in different parts of the world. They also broke the tie with the League of the Nations. We learned about the global depression, how the global depression was created during that period, and this brought the Second World War near. We discussed about many factors that were responsible for this Second World War, like fierce nationalism, groupism, and several other factors that played important role in bringing the Second World War near. The immediate factor that was responsible for this Second World War was the Germans' attack on the peaceful Poland. Poland was considered the peaceful country. It did not have anything to do with the war during that time. And Germany attacked on this peaceful Poland During that time, Britain and France want Germany to stop the war immediately, but Germany ignored, and Britain and France declared war on Germany, and this started the Second World War. Friends, we discussed in the events of the Second World War that the whole country was divided into two groups, that is Allied nations and the Axis nation. Allied nations was led by Britain and France, and the Axis nation was led by Germany, Italy and Japan. During this Second World War, Japan attacked on the navy at Pearl Harbor in America, which killed several American navies. This brought America into the Second World War. To stop Japan moving further, America dropped the two atom bombs on the two major cities of Japan, that is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This totally destroyed Japan, and Japan had to surrender. After the surrender of Japan, the Second World War came to an end. We discussed that about the effects of the Second World War. We discussed how the economic effect was seen in all the countries. Expenditure of more than 350 billion was experienced by America itself. $750 billion was experienced by the other nations. More than 2,000 crore pounds expenditure was made by Britain. Same worth of property was also destroyed. Friends, these all created the economic depression in the world. We discussed about how the colonialism was established in China after the Second World War, taking the inspiration from Russian communist rule. After the leader Mao Zedong assumed the leadership, he took the charges, he took the areas that was under Japan and started the communist rule. Friends, we discussed about the Cold War, in which we discussed how the world was divided into two groups, the two superpowers, for the sake of exhibiting their power. One was America and the other was Russia. Both of them, they stood on different ideology. America followed democratic ideology, while Russia followed communist ideology. Many nations supported both of them. They did not attack each other physically, but they did the war of words, war of thoughts, war of speeches with each other. The production of destructive weapons was started to exhibit their strength. This brought the world very near to experience another war. At some instances, many nations feel that the Third World War was very near, but it was thankful that it didn't happen. We discussed about the UN after that, how UN was established for maintaining international peace and security after the Second World War. UN, how the efforts were made by the American President Roosevelt and the British Prime Minister Churchill by the 8 points agreement that was made in the Atlantic Ocean, which was known as Atlantic Agreement. How the attempts were made by the foreign ministers of the different countries, how the superpower countries met with each other, and at last on 24th October 1945, UN was established. From that day, every year 24th October is celebrated as United Nations Day. Friends, we discussed about, in our previous lecture, we discussed about the organs of United Nations. There are 6 totally organs of United Nations: General Assembly, Social and Economic Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, Secretariat Council and Security Council. Friends, by these we also started in the previous lecture about General Assembly. And today we are going to discuss about another organ of UN. So continuing with the organs of United Nations. Organs of United Nations. Today we will discuss about Security Council. Security Council. Friends, let us discuss today about Security Council. When we are talking about the Security Council, here it is said, this is the most important organ of United Nations. This is the most important organ of United Nations as it is based on security. Security Council has five permanent members. Security Council has five permanent members. Five permanent members. Namely, if we talk about these five permanent members, first is America, second is Britain, third is Russia, fourth is France, and fifth is China. Friends, America, Britain, France, Russia and China, these are the five permanent members of Security Council of United Nations. Security Council has five permanent members: America, Britain, Russia, France and China. Then if you talk about this Security Council, it also has 10 more non-permanent members. It also has 10 more non-permanent members in Security Council. Security Council also has 10 more non-permanent members. These five countries are permanently the member of Security Council, and while these 10 members, 10 other nations are there as the member of Security Council, but they keep on changing every 2 years. Here it is said, if we talk about the non-permanent members, get elected for the non-permanent member get elected for a term of 2 years. Non-permanent members get elected for a term of 2 years through General Assembly. They get elected through General Assembly. Friends, here we can clearly see that what is the important thing of Security Council. Security Council is the most important organ of United Nations because it takes care of the security of the other nations related to United Nations. As we learned that League of the Nations was failed. Right? We discussed that the League of the Nations was failed after the First World War. Why? Because League of the Nations was not able to control the powerful nations. It was not able to give the security to the weak and the smaller countries. Here, UN had established a special organ, that is the Security Council, to give security to the different countries. Here, in this Security Council, 5 permanent members were made, like America, Britain, France, Russia and China. These 5 countries were the 5 permanent members of Security Council. There were other 10 non-permanent members as well. So total 15 members were present in the Security Council. 10 were non-permanent, 10 nations were non-permanent and 5 nations were permanent. These 5 nations, America, Britain, Russia, France and China, they were permanent. They do not change. They remain permanent as a member of Security Council. Why? The other 10 non-permanent members, they get elected for a term of 2 years General Assembly. General Assembly elects the other nations as a non-permanent member of Security Council for a term of 2 years. Means General Assembly plays again an important role to elect any nation to become the member of Security Council for a term of 2 years. So friends, this is the information about Security Council. Now let us understand about the functions of this Security Council. Friends, let us understand the functions of Security Council. Functions of Security Council. Friends, here it is said, Security Council enjoys tremendous power. Security Council enjoys tremendous power in maintaining international peace and security. Here it is said, Security Council enjoys tremendous power for maintaining international power and security. To maintain international power and security, Security Council has tremendous power with it. It solves the problems and disputes. It solves all the problems and disputes of nations. It solves the problems and disputes of nations peacefully through negotiations and mediations. Here it is said, Security Council tries to solve the problem between two nations. If they are having any problem, if they are having any disputes, Security Council tries to solve that problem through negotiations, means through discussions, and by mediations, means one nation becomes a mediator between both of them and try to make compromise between them. So by being mediator, by mediation or by negotiations, Security Council tries to solve the disputes and problems between the nation. Here it is said, when it comes to some decision, friends, here it is said, when it comes to some decision regarding some international disputes, here it is said, when it comes to some decision regarding some international disputes, then here it is said, and here when it comes to some decision that is very important, that is regarding to some international disputes, means it is talking about international disputes, international matters here, and if everyone permanent nation, even one permanent nation rejects, if we are talking about international, even one permanent nation rejects the decision, then the Security Council cannot pass the decision. Friends, here it is said that if Security Council is taking any kind of decision that is regarding to any international disputes, and if by taking decision regarding to any international dispute, if any one permanent nations among America, Britain, Russia, France and China, if any of these 5 nations are not accepting that decision, then the Security Council cannot pass that decision. So it is necessary that to pass any decision, all these 5 nations should be agreed with that decision. Here it is said, this extraordinary power given to permanent members to reject any decision. This power given to permanent members to reject any decision is called veto power. That is known as veto power, or we can say right to deny. Friends, this extraordinary power to reject any decision by any one permanent member, that extraordinary power, that is known as the veto power. By using this veto power, any permanent nation can stop any kind of decision that is related to international disputes, and this is known as veto power or right to deny. It is said that Russia has used this veto power for maximum times. From all these 5 members, it is said that Russia has used this veto power for maximum times. Friends, here you have understood about the Security Council. Thank you.